Hey, it's Dr. Dawn. It's Monday night, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Mystical Monday Live. We are here. We are probably all snowed in. Most of y'all everywhere in these here United States. We had a little bit of snow these last couple of days. And so it's been a little cold here and there and everywhere. But that's all right. That's okay. Because we're going to warm up tonight. Because we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about, like y'all know we do on Monday night. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give y'all a little bit more time today, a little bit more time because it's a little cold. So instead of seeing y'all in 30, I'm going to see y'all back in 60. Y'all go ahead and get what you need and come on back and let's get ready to chit chat. See you soon. Ta ta. Hey, we are back. I gave y'all a little bit more time to come on in this here chat. I didn't really give you guys notifications today that we were going live. I waited to the last minute to post that we were going live. My fault. I'm sorry. So I wanted to give some people some time to know that we were going live, so y'all come on in here. Hey y'all, hey on TikTok. I see y'all. Hey. So I am excited tonight because I wasn't sure if I was coming on tonight. Y'all know how I am. I'm very intentional. So I don't know if I'm coming or if I'm not coming or what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. So I literally waited until the wee hour today, the wee hour, like 2 hours before. And I said, okay, let me give it to them. Let them know I'm coming. Let me let them know I'm coming. So y'all can come. So y'all can get on in here. So I see y'all slowly coming in here tonight. Y'all cold. I know most people were affected by the weather. Not a not by surprise. Y'all know everything is always planned here on this here planet Earth. Y'all know it's more going on than meets the eye. I'm sure y'all know that, right? So when we all got this little cold weather spell, a lot of us were shut in over the weekend and we were digging out, yesterday and today out the snow. It's all right. It's okay. It gave us time to be still, right? Sit down, connect, listen, get ourselves aligned. That's all right. We enjoy these moments. We ain't complaining. But I got on a whole onesie, y'all, right now. If I stood up, y'all be like, child, she's sitting there with a onesie on. Yes, I am. But honey, I done dolled this up. Y'all can't tell. I shouldn't have said nothing. I'm looking like I'm doing a little something, but it's a whole onesie and it's very comfortable. But I got my little fan too, y'all, because y'all know Dr. Dawn will have a flash in a minute. So if y'all see me with this fan and my hair blowing, y'all just ignore it because I got to get through it. We got to get through it how we get through it. Yes, yes. The people coming in, y'all coming in. Yeah, hey, everybody saying hey. Y'all know, just say hey. Y'all know what? Baby, I don't know. My videos just don't be videoing. Let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. Y'all know last Monday. Y'all know I'll be forgetting what I'm talking about from week to week. But last week I was telling y'all some stuff. I gave y'all some insight, some information. And somebody told me, they said, Dr. Dawn, we see the clips, but we don't see the video. Where it's at? I say, it's on YouTube. They say, no, it ain't. Child, I done went on YouTube. The video didn't upload. So if you wasn't on that live last week, you ain't see it. Y'all, that might have been divinely designed, baby, because I was giving y'all some insight. See, Dr. Dawn's videos don't get a lot of views. I don't have one video that has at least 1,000 views. All my videos are under 1,000 views. So no harm, no foul, right? But baby, that information in them videos must be golden. It must be golden. Because sometimes the videos make it up and sometimes they come on down or they don't make it up. And baby, that be by divine design. Because if you ain't hear it the first time, you wasn't meant to hear it sometimes. So it would behoove y'all to come on in this live if y'all can on Monday nights because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to roll. We on a new frequency, a new timeline. We're doing things a little bit differently. And baby, so is the universe. So is the universe. So I usually don't mind a good replay. I don't. As long as you watch, I don't care when you watch it. But I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Y'all might want to try to make it on over to these Monday nights if you can, to ensure that you see the full video. I give y'all clips. I try to give you the clips here and there, but I want to guarantee that you see the entire episode. You know, all the information, okay? All right, y'all. So, what we talking about tonight? Y'all know what we talking about. We're going to talk about some collapsing timelines because Dr. Dawn's timeline has collapsed, and many of you guys have had timelines that are collapsed or are collapsing. I want to make sure y'all understand what that means when we say a timeline is collapsing because it's happening for a lot of us. Y'all should really, really feel it. You should feel it in the air. You may not even understand what you're feeling, but you should feel the difference because everything on the planet right now is so different. And a lot of you can see the difference just in your households, in how things are going, and you're interacting with the people you live with, and the thoughts and the ideas that you're getting when you're around these certain people. Y'all got to be feeling it. If you're not feeling it, I'm gonna ask Spirit to put y'all in an awareness tonight, an activated awareness, so that you can now, like, get into a knowing that something is happening, and you may not quite be clear. But we're gonna talk a little bit about what's happening with these collapsing timelines right now. Okay, now, we know that I told y'all in one of my videos, it's levels to this stuff, baby. It's levels. Dr. Dawn can't sugarcoat it. I can't say, oh, we're all at the same place and we're all going to end up where we end up and we're all going to be together and it's going to be love likeness. I ain't going to say that to y'all because that's not true. It's levels. Some of y'all ain't going to that next level. Some of y'all ain't on that next level. Some of y'all may remain. Some of y'all may be zigzagging. Some of y'all may be detouring. Some of y'all may be doing just some of everything. So these levels are looking a little bit different. Okay. But right now we got collapsing timelines. Y'all understand what that means? A collapsing timeline is when you are clear. You are now clear on who you are becoming, who you are at the essence, and you are starting to choose outcomes, y'all. You're starting to choose outcomes now that are aligned with your identity. You are starting to say, what would I do? What would my future self do? Like before you do, say, or be, you are now conditioned in this awareness to start moving from your future self. That's the way you move, you think, and you operate. And so when you get to that point, you know that you have collapsed the timeline because you now moving different, you thinking different, and so you're knowing different. So that old you and that old timeline has pretty much faded away, and you on the new one right now. And so for a lot of us, we know we're in this new one because I mentioned to you guys on some videos back, I'm going to reiterate it now as it relates to the collapsing timeline. A lot of you know you're on a collapsed timeline because now y'all in the phase of quiet. Y'all in the phase of quiet and everything lacks urgency. Ain't nothing 911 for y'all no more. Nothing. Baby, somebody could be stranded on the side of the road in a storm. You're gonna put your house shoes on, you're gonna get to the phone, you're gonna say, let me see what I can do. You're gonna be just calm and cool as a cucumber, baby, because nothing excites you no more. Everything is in a place of like lack of urgency and stillness because you are in the divine flow. You in the divine flow. And so you don't feel like when it comes to anything anymore that you need to try hard no more. How many of y'all feel like you ain't trying no more? You just doing. I ain't trying hard no more to be your friend. I'm not trying hard anymore to get a promotion. I'm not trying hard anymore to lose weight. Mm-mm. When it happened, how it happened, if it happened, it happens. That's where you are when this timeline collapses. That's what your state of awareness is like. See, you have disrupted the system that expects you to be loud and always require an explanation and to be always in acceptance. That's the old timeline. That old timeline, you always in a place of, well, why this happening? Why I got to do this? And what's coming next? And who said the what? And why are we going to do this? And what if I don't do that? That was your old state of being. You was da 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 da. You ain't in that no more. If your timeline is collapsed, you flowing with it. You in the it is what it is frame of mind. Baby, you looking at being more stabilized in your responses and in your being. That's not the old system. The old system has nothing in it that says stabilization. The old system didn't want you to stabilize. The old system wanted you to always be from point A to point Z to here to there to thinking ahead to always trying to predict to be in a state of anxiety, anxiousness. So that was the old system. This new system got y'all laid back, baby. Y'all cool y'all cool, mellowed out. Nothing is phasing you. If you're not in this place of being, guess what? It ain't collapsed yet. Your timeline ain't collapsed. You're moving on towards it. Moving on towards it. See, many of you don't feel the need to explain yourself no more. Dr. Dawn don't. But you said, okay, if that's what I said, then that's what it is. All right. Many of you are starting to feel withdrawn because of this. Because you don't feel the need to explain yourself, to prove yourself, to make yourself be a part of things anymore, you're starting to withdraw. That's okay. That's how you collapse a timeline. You can't go to the next timeline or be in the next part if you still operating and moving like you were previously. Okay? Many of you are no longer like sharing like your internal state of being anymore. Y'all ain't telling people how you feel, what's going on in your life, what you're thinking, what you're knowing. You don't feel the need to. You like, for what? What I'm gonna do that for? I'm good with telling myself and talking to source, aka God. That's good enough for me. That sustains me. You on that collapsed timeline. Yeah. See, many of y'all used to tell people what's next. Like, oh, I done awakened and oh, I done tapped into my intuitive abilities. And yeah, and I'm doing this now. Oh, after I do this, I think I'm gonna start trying to get into that and da 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 da. Y'all used to be telling, talking, and just be excited. Y'all ain't feeling like the need to do that on this collapsed timeline. You wanna know why? Because your nervous system is stabilizing now. That's what's causing this calmness. See, our nervous system's been in a state of flux, baby, for a long time. Baby, that brain and that spinal cord been, it's been all like this. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Baby, it's stabilizing. Now it's gonna calm down. And because of this calmness and because of this kind of laid backness, we are in a place where a lot of things just don't matter to us. And we don't try to make sense of anything. A lot of y'all are making y'all responses very simple, very simplistic. Y'all ain't over explaining, oversharing. Some of y'all doing one word answers, phrases. Y'all don't care. Y'all say I ain't gotta explain myself. Well, I'm gonna use all that energy. See, a lot of y'all in this energy. Now y'all say I ain't wasting my energy. I'm doing that. I ain't got to, for what? For what? You gonna still be you at the end of the day. And I know this now and I accept it. I'm okay with it. My nervous system doesn't require the approval of you. So I'm okay. I'm just gonna watch you do what you do. And being in awareness so it don't affect me. How about that? That's what y'all gonna do. See, since your nervous system is stabilized, your nervous system was very much responsible for the mirroring effect. Y'all know what's going on inside is reflected on the outside. What you do to someone else is mirrored back to you. Y'all know how that was going. Y'all know how that was going. See, now your nervous system, it's because it's stabilizing and it's calm. You don't require that mirrored effect. You don't need to see it back to know kind of where you are and what's going on and what you desire. You don't need that no more. You don't collapse that timeline. See, you all are going to be able to notice other people now at an earlier phase in your I guess you want to say, relationship or connection to them. Because since now you're more in an awareness, you don't overlook, or you don't turn a blind eye, or you don't ignore things that you used to. You are now being pulled now with this relaxed central nervous system to a state of being that is more satisfying to you. So when it's not satisfying to you, you're not even pulling or being guided in that direction no more. Y'all don't have a lot of misunderstandings no more because you're not reacting to stuff like you used to no more. So if you ain't reacting, ain't nothing misunderstood. Y'all see all that energy we used to put, how our nervous system was always in a state of flight, fight or flight. We was always trying to respond to stuff. So we always found ourselves always just da 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 da. We don't care. We don't bother about that no more. We used to require people to understand us to receive the confirmation that we sought. We didn't feel confirmation or valid in our feelings and what we were saying unless we got a confirmation from the other person in by way of their understanding to help us feel fulfilled. We ain't doing that now. It ain't even necessary. You collapse the timeline. I got to be real specific with some of these characteristics because some of you guys are repeating these same kind of patterns. And I want you to be aware what some of these patterns are so you'll know when your timeline is presenting itself to be collapsed, for you to merge, for you to stabilize, for you to integrate into it. See, everybody's not going to understand this particular phase. I told you guys a couple of weeks ago, everybody ain't going to make it through this phase. Some people going to get lost. Because while you're going through this phase, it's going to shift your concept of time. Because see, these days are moving now, but your future is not dependent on proof that you receive in your current reality. See, a lot of y'all needed to see proof that you were going to be as successful as you wanted to be in the future. You needed proof now to support you continuing to move forward towards that success, or else you weren't going to do it. Y'all don't need proof now. You just know that you know that you know that you know. Many of y'all not going to be able to relate to this. Okay? Because you're still going to be in a state of fight or flight, a state of seeing, knowing, and preparing. And this is not your norm to just be at peace and be calm and be still and be in a place of silence. We're moving away from the frequency of urgency. Ain't nothing urgent no more. Y'all, I remember when my entire life was urgency. When the bill was due, what my health was looking like, how my grandmama and them was doing. Like everything was urgency. You were always in a state of checking in, trying to know, being involved. Y'all remember them days? Y'all remember that timeline? I remember it like it was yesterday. Baby, I don't went so long now. Sometimes we're talking to family members. I'd be like, I guess they all right. I guess they alive. I haven't heard that they wasn't. See, when your system no longer needs people to share in your understanding, it's going to stop scanning for it, thus confirming that you have integrated. I'm going to say that one more time because you all still don't have the essence of why you incarnated on this planet to have your human interactions and relationships. When your system, your nervous system, no longer needs people to share in your understanding because you've needed it in the system that is created in this matrix, this simulation. You've needed people to understand everything and anything about you. And since when you get to the point where you don't need that, your nervous system is going to stop scanning your energy field for it. and you'll know you're integrating. A lot of you guys have pulled back and your nervous system going, wait, this is a little different. We ain't doing like we usually do. It's looking for it. And so you find yourself doing and repeating things that you used to do because your nervous system is off because it's not you out of your habit. So it's trying to find some things. So you find yourself getting involved, seeking out, or communicating, or being where you don't need to be because your nervous system is wired to certain energetic patterns. So when you can get to a point where you don't need that or you're not seeking that, you're affirming, thank you, TikTok, you're affirming your integrative components and that you have integrated. See, after you've integrated new components and phases, you guys, your system must rest. That is the rule. Once you integrate these new processes, once you are fully stabilized in them, your system must rest and you feel like you're still. So if you feel like you're still and you feel like nothing's happening in life, baby, you done stabilized and integrated. Remember, the universe works backwards. Things usually come when you are no longer reaching for them. Y'all think you got to keep trying to manifest and seek and affirm to like get what you're reaching for, but it's the reverse. The universe actually say stop doing that. Stop reaching for it. Once you stop reaching for it, we can you can remove the resistance because it's more as long as you reaching, planning, looking, doing, you are creating resistance towards what I'm trying to bring towards you. Get somewhere and sit down and I can bring it towards you. So let that energetic resistance be in a stillness as it's trying to do right now while you stabilize. That's why manifestation is big this year, baby, because we still now. We integrated. The nervous system is calm. Here it comes. There's no resistance anymore. So that what is making its way towards you can come on in. Can come on in. Oh, look at all these comments. Y'all ain't I was trying to let y'all go and comment, but y'all giving it tonight. Come on in, YouTube. Y'all giving it in. So yes, I got to bed early and get tired midday. Get somewhere and sit down. You felt that. Good. I want you to feel that. Feel that. Feel that. Because if the universe could talk, that's what it would say to y'all. It would say that to y'all right now. Get somewhere and sit down. For my impasse, y'all disappearing now. Ooh, the empaths. Y'all look, baby, it's gonna be hard to find an empath. You say, what you mean they disappearing, Dr. Dawn? They getting kidnapped? They leaving the planet? They ain't what I'm talking about. They ain't what I mean. Baby, they done withdrew from family. They ain't on social media that much no more. They ain't volunteering to do nothing no more. They just ignore. Yeah. And then a healed empath. Let's get into a healed empath, baby. A healed empath is no longer compatible with this system, this matrix system at all whatsoever. See, the unhealed ones are because y'all, still navigating, getting through it, still doing your stuff to feel love, to be needed, to, all that. Y'all still navigating it. Y'all still navigating it, but y'all slowly starting to withdraw. But baby, them healed empaths, they ain't even compatible with the system. You can't even like trick them into being like they used to be because it don't feel right. It don't align right. It's not right. They can't even fake it no more. Y'all can say no now without no guilt. Baby, a lot of y'all on y'all soul path and y'all life path and y'all soul contract. One of y'all goals was to be able to say no and not feel guilty. Y'all done mastered that. Baby, them empaths got that now. They can say no and look at you and be like, and we got it now. I'm saying y'all. I'm gonna say we, baby, because I was one of them too. We healed. And we can no longer do or be who we were. We can't do it. So this day, y'all, January 26th, let's get into Neptune enters into Aries, baby. I love how these mystical Mondays, baby, Spirit knew what it was doing, telling me to do this on Monday, baby, because Monday is when it all go down. Thank you, TikTok, again, for all the hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the gifts. Monday night is when it all goes down. And so we just happen to be here on these here social media airwaves on these Monday nights, baby, because tonight is January 6th and Neptune enters Aries. Let's talk about what that is going to mean for us, baby, because the dreams are becoming real. You say, Dr. Dawn, if I hear this one more time, year after year after year, y'all start talking about dreams being realized and manifesting your dream and the dream this and the dream that, baby, but we ain't talk about it on this timeline where it's gonna go down. We told you on them other timelines what could be, what should be, what may be, but on this one, we telling you what is gonna be on this frequency, this timeline. Hope y'all collapsing in it. Dreams are becoming real. Y'all should be feeling restless. Y'all still, but y'all restless. We calm, we unbothered, but we still a little restless because we ain't used to this. And we know something is is around the corner. We know something is coming. We don't know what it is. We've been knowing this for a while. But right now, our nervous system is so aligned and we so calm now and we so in like ready mode that the universe says, let's get into these dreams now, y'all, that y'all been having and that y'all gonna have because they getting ready to become real in your physical reality. Now, Neptune has entered Aries. This ain't happened for 165 years. It happens every 165 years. This is not the first time. And so it's happened before. And so when this happens, there's a shifting from passive dreaming to active dreams. Y'all say, what that mean, passive to actors? Okay, let's give you an example. I'm just gonna just give y'all a just random example. So suppose y'all have a little dream, maybe about a celebrity you may like or you may lust after. Ooh, I don't say lust. Why I don't say lust on this Monday night? I don't know where that came from. You dream and you've been dreaming and dreaming and dreaming. You say, ooh, child, if I could just meet this person one time, you say, ooh, that was a good dream. And then next week or next month, baby, you just happen to be at the same place that person is. You ain't playing it. Just show up. Now I ain't say you was gonna get with them, date them, fall in love, but your dream, you have gotten into a frequency now to where your dreams are a snapshot of what you're creating in the physical reality. It's going to be shown to you now in your physical reality. Y'all remember in the other timelines, our dreams were symbolic. They had messages. We looked to them for that. We didn't really look to them in the old energy and the old frequency to actually manifest in our physical awareness. We just looked at them as symbolic, right? Don't y'all be doing that now, baby. Mm-mm. They getting ready to be like I say, little snapshots of what's getting ready to be in your actual physical reality. This is what Neptune entering Aries gonna do for y'all, baby. Because what Aries do? I ain't saying it because that's my sign, but we gonna bring it to y'all. We gonna deliver. So Neptune entering Aries, baby, we getting ready to deliver it into your physical environment. What you dreaming? Now, that's today. That's January 26th. That's what's starting. Now, we're not saying you do it tonight, it happen tomorrow. No, no, no. The energy starts tonight, January 26th. Now, January 27th, stay in that Neptune into Aries. We stay into that. On January 27th, Mars and Pluto. Thank you, TikTok. On January 27th, Mars and Pluto are going to meet up in Aries. Baby, Aries is still the common denominator. Y'all see where we're going with this? This is the year for Aries. Come on, my Aries. Come on, my Aries. We're going to stand up this year. We're going to stand up. On January 27th, Mars and Pluto going to meet up in Aries. And we're going to get a lot of answers because Aries answers to Mars. And so what's going to happen is higher level transformation is taking place. You say, Dr. Dawn, we've been transforming. Yeah, but y'all ain't been transforming like this. These dreams are coming into reality, but I don't want y'all to get scared because the dreams may come into reality through crisis. Now, wait, you say, Dr. Dawn, wait, if it's got to go through a crisis, I don't need it to come. But wait, y'all, just wait. I'm going to give y'all just a little generic baby scenario. Your dream is you got a Bugatti. Think that the luxury, fancy, expensive car Bugatti. Baby, you and your Bugatti in your dream. You say, what in the world? Look at this. Like, how this gonna come into my physical reality? You say, ooh, okay, come on with it, dream. Bring it. But in your physical reality, I'm just y'all now just stay with me here. I gotta bring up like show the parallel with the crisis thing. What I'm talking about. You could be driving along your way in your uh car that you currently have, baby. You at the stoplight and you done got hit. You done got hit. You done got back ended, whatever. Gonna tow up all your stuff, baby. And look, you get out to curse the person out, and it may be the owner of a dealership or something. I'm reaching here. I'm just reaching. I'm just telling y'all how this may go. That's the crisis. You may have an actual accident, but then it results in you getting this car, this Bugatti. You say, how did I get a Bugatti? Baby, because the person that was driving shouldn't have been driving, and they rich and they got money and they give you this. But you don't know how the universe gonna roll it out. Don't y'all limit yourselves to nothing. Be open to however the universe bring it to you. Now, it ain't always got to be a crisis. It ain't. But if it is a crisis, y'all look at the bright side of the crisis and start to see beyond what is actually happening and tied into that dream that was shown to you. Y'all hear what I'm saying now? Y'all getting this? What y'all talking about, YouTube? Dreaming is on live. Okay, resting when the body feels okay. Our dreams are like reality trailers now. Yes, blessings in disguise. There you go. That's a good one. Blessings in disguise. I should have. Why didn't I just say it like that, huh? All right. Now, a lot of you may see yourselves feeling as if you're battling over some of your dreams that are making their ways into your reality. Now, you're going to get a lot of revelations from invisible forces. Some of these dreams are not going to be rolled out just like a nice little dream would, with a beginning, middle, and an end, right? Wouldn't that be nice? May come in segments, may come in pieces, may come in parts, but it's laying something out for you that's coming into your physical reality. Now, I got some samples. There are some sample dreams that I want y'all to be specifically on the lookout for. These are some samples of the types of dreams, and it's coming from the Cosmic Update. Cosmic Update. There are certain kinds of dreams that we're all familiar with, and you guys are going to be experiencing or finding yourselves experiencing these probably over the next months, or I'm gonna say years. Okay. The first type of dream is the sovereign self dream. Okay. You may find yourself being in the midst of people who are trying to undermine you in your dream, and you're going to find yourself protecting yourself from being manipulated, and you're going to feel like you're a superhero in the dream, but it's going to be an indicator of what's coming in your physical reality. Okay. So look for yourself in your physical reality to be more in a place of being alerted when there's manipulation taking place that you may not have known otherwise, and that you find yourself speaking up more about it. And it may have been previewed to you in your dream, but it happens in a circumstance or situation in your waking state, in your reality. Okay, a lot of you are going to be having those sovereign dreams because you're in a place now of your um not just being in divine guidance, but you guys are now in your authoritative places. And so now it's just about kind of shifting, moving, and transitioning you into that. Okay. And as this whole thing is happening, I always talk about this. I've been talking about this for the last 2 years, but now with Neptune and Aries and this whole thing that's going on and happening now at this time, or starting at this time for the next, I forgot how many years. I think it's 30 years, y'all. It's going to be like this. Um, you're going to start to see the collapse of spiritual teachers and gurus. Dr. Dawn been ready for this. I told y'all it's been coming. I always knew what the position I'm in now. I ain't getting ready to stay in this position because there's no way I can stay in this position because y'all ain't gonna stay in this position. So there's not gonna be a need for teachers, spiritual teachers, and gurus. We've been talking about this leading up to this. Okay, this is the beginning where it starts to unfold like this. There's going to be more self connection to source. You guys are going to be hooking and connecting directly to the universe and to source. You're not going to really be concerned with what a guru is saying or what a spiritual teacher is saying, because you're going to have that direct connect and you're going to be confident with it. Let me tell y'all how I know this is already happening. Dr. Dawn follows a lot of different spiritual people, and I am subscribed to different newsletters and email listings. And I have never gotten as many email newsletters as I have over the past couple of months, because everybody, all the spiritual community are like literally inundating their clients with daily like informations to keep them on their minds and to keep them in a place of, just awareness that they're there, and like marketing and doing all that. And because it's getting very scarce now, because people are getting more into their self sovereignty and their individuals connections to source. And so it's moving back. It's moving back. So if they were divinely connected or aware, they should have known this was coming, because we all got the heads up to get ready that the shift was coming. That's why Dr. Dawn done changed some things up. I done changed some things up. And I'm not gonna bug y'all. I ain't gonna look. Somebody say spamming, y'all, spamming y'all. Yeah, spam. I'm not gonna spam y'all with no everyday stuff. I will reach out to you when I feel like it or when I feel the need. But I ain't gonna do that every day just to get no client or to get a revenue stream. That's the old system. That's the old system. Yeah. That's one kind of dream, the sovereign self dream. Y'all gonna see remnants of that in your sleep state. The next type of dream that you may have is the invisible becomes the visible. I just touched on this a little bit, but things that are difficult for some of you to believe, such as telepathy, telekinesis, energy and frequency movements, and things like that, things that you guys know exist, but you haven't experienced. So they still aren't quite in your, they're not very solid in your belief. These things are now getting ready to start being quantified and validated. So like you'll get information about this in your dreams, but in your waking state, you're going to see like these particular areas starting to be validated and quantified through science, through research, through you guys starting to see people actually doing these things now. And like it's going to start rolling out because it's going to want to try to neutralize you guys to these concepts now. Okay. So we're going to have like different technology that's going to support, enhance, and promote our understanding of frequency better, so that so everybody gets more comfortable with the concept of frequency. And that whole thing with virtual reality that we know it as relates to games and, video games and things like that, we're getting ready to still be in virtual reality, but now we're getting ready to amp it up to where it's more in line with the Matrix and becoming integrated with the Matrix type understanding and awareness. So we're going to take our virtual reality now and start to get people in an awareness. Hey, this was a physical representation of what y'all actually in. Da, 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 da. Now it's not going to just be a theory. We're getting ready to see the integration of it now come into our awareness and into our experience now. So you'll get some of this through dream sequences, but then you're going to see it in the physical realities. So like vibrational and frequency medicine, meaning alternative medicine, y'all getting ready. We're going to start seeing the move of that towards mainstream. Now it's getting ready to move more into mainstream because y'all done got too smart with modern medicine. It don't do nothing for y'all no more. Y'all ain't believing it. Y'all ain't following it. These apps out here got us doing everything but the things we used to do as it relates to, health and well-being. We done shifted kind of already in that. So now it's time to open the doorway to alternative medicine and get people more in an awareness, understanding, and comfort with it so it can start to be the new normal. You're going to see that now as this Neptune and Aries opens up. You're going to see more of that and you're going to see things shifting. Okay. So some of you guys may be getting dreams about this kind of stuff because it's part of what you're here to do. So you're going to be getting insights. You're going to be getting guidance on how to now integrate and transition into these things so that we can start to um, change the system. All right. So many of you know, if you don't know, reality is going to get a reset. You know, we going into that age of that horse, baby. That horse is coming in February. We getting out the snake. We finishing up the snake, getting ready for the horse. We're getting ready for it. Reality is going to get a reset on February 14th. A cosmic reset. Yes, coming. Now, the dreams, as we say, they're going to come from a passive state to an active state. They're coming out of your sleep and sleep state awareness and subconscious into the physical reality. But now the dreams are going to become concrete. Yeah, concrete. So, like economic, social, celebrity structures, like all of that, we already know is collapsing. But now this energy from Neptune and Aries is going to speed it up. Going to speed it up. And these entities are now going to be integrated with more sovereign measures. Okay. Your realities are now going to be built on an authenticity based on value rather than on promises. We gonna see now. It's gonna be a war of truth versus reality. We already got that. I be battling with that on these social media platforms. I get so tired of looking at stuff and then it's AI and I just put it down, you know. I don't post as much as I used to, you know, but when I do look, it's so much AI stuff. It takes it all out of it, out of you, you know, wanting to even be in the social media space. A lot of stuff is ending, you guys, so that something else can begin. We are still recalibrating. We're still recalibrating. But all of this is going to be happening through your dreams. Through your dreams. Um uh, well, you two, they say it's about time. Well, look, you look now. Look. It's here. It's here. I dream to be in my authentic sovereign self. Well, there it is, and here it comes, and you already in it right now. That was your soul speaking in awareness. I want to tell you guys 3 words right now: discernment, discernment, discernment. You're going to be balancing right now. A lot of you are going to be balancing being a peacemaker and a warrior. Do y'all understand what I mean by that? A peacemaker and a warrior. If you all are here to disrupt the system and change it, you got to do a little bit of both. You have to see the balance in most things, but you got to see the fire and the passion and the purpose in things, which causes you to feel like you're in the warrior energy. Y'all gonna find yourself trying to balance the two, being at peace and being a warrior. It can be very difficult, but it's also very enlightening. It is a step that takes you to that place of enlightenment when you balance both of the two, because you're going to be inundated with situations that are going to cause you to switch back and forth between that. A lot of things that are going to come into your awareness are going to cause you to have to recognize false light when you see it. Do we know false light when we see it? Do y'all think y'all know? Are y'all comfortable with identifying false light? Let me tell you one way you can recognize false light. See, false light makes you feel safe. Mm-hmm. You be around the person, you say, "Oh, I love being around that person. I feel so comfortable. I feel so safe. I feel so connected. I feel so this." Ooh. But guess what? False light keeps you asleep. Y'all understand what Dr. Dawn means by that? It'll make you feel safe, but it'll keep you asleep. This is why, for many of you, I'm constantly not allowing you to attach to me. Detachment is always my goal. I never want to be the end all for you, because as long as you make me your end all, you will stay asleep. You will stop your awakening process. Okay? It's okay to feel safe around people, beings, circumstances, situations. Safe is good. But if it's keeping you asleep or in a stagnant, awakened state, that ain't light. Light moves you along. Light elevates you. Yeah. Light moves you into the unknown and gives you faith and gives you courage and encouragement. It don't keep you there. I'm saying this because I have to say this, you guys, because in the spiritual community, baby, we out now. Spiritual teachers, healers, they are out heavy right now. Very heavy. You guys must discern false light from light that is aligned with you and your highest well-being, your highest good. You'll get lost if you can't discern the difference. See, you guys are observing yourselves right now in this experience. You're observing yourself from one frequency band above where you are right now. Just one frequency. Y'all ain't too high, far away that you can't like get the information and get the guidance. You just one frequency above right now where you are, observing you in this moment. So while you're observing you, be in an awareness of how you're feeling while you're observing you and what this feeling is showing and guiding you towards as it relates to your moving on this collapsed timeline. No more passive dreams. We done with it. At least I am on my timeline. We are in the era of active manifestation. We use dreams for what they were meant to be used for on the previous timelines, which was decoding information, receiving information that we couldn't receive in our waking state because our nervous systems were too anxious, like overwhelmed, distracted. We couldn't get it in our waking state. So we had to go to sleep and get it. So we got information codes, all of that when we slept, because that's the only way we could on our old timeline. But we're on a new one now. We ain't got to go to sleep to get information. We can get it while we woke now because we in tune, we tapped in, we ready, we getting it, we deciphering it, we following it, we there now. So now when we go to sleep, we getting previews. We getting these active dreams, these passive dreams that are coming actively into our physical reality. It's different now. If y'all don't understand nothing else, I want y'all to understand new timelines bring new rules and new outcomes. You will never do the same or be the same on a new timeline. There's no way the two can coexist. So if you are finding yourself still doing the same thing, still feeling stagnant, still surrounded by the same people, ideas, and things, or what, you have not collapsed nothing. You ain't collapsed nothing. There's no way that you could. Remember, when you collapse, you are in a state of acting as you already are where you want to be. And you find yourself changing, shifting, doing things differently. Dr. Dawn, thank you. TikTok. Dr. Dawn offers one-on-one spiritual coaching sessions, 60-minute coaching sessions. Been doing it for years. It's my number one service. The one that everybody knows me for, the one that everybody comes to me for. I'm not doing it right now. Not doing it this month, not doing it next month, not doing it. That was my number one thing on the old timeline. Now, if I moved on a different timeline and I've collapsed the old one. The frequency is different. That means the outlook is different. The energy is different. That means the expectation is different. How is that still going to be the one number one thing that I am offering and doing, and I'm on a different timeline? Can't be. And if I try to hold on to it for the sake of money, because it's a money, money, it brings in a lot of money for me, then I'm holding myself stagnant on an old timeline. Y'all see, I got to give y'all real life examples so y'all see how you can get stuck. And remember, I told y'all this phase is not for the faint of heart. You got to be ready. You got to shift, stabilize, and integrate into where you're headed. Where you're headed. Doing things for monetary purposes and monetary purposes only, that's not on these future timelines. So if you find yourself just doing something just to get the money or to get an income, it's not going to work. It's just not. Remember, I told you, empaths, I told you, healed beings, you're no longer attached to that system anymore. So it no longer works for you. So what Dr. Dawn offering now? Soul path and spiritual discovery sessions. Yeah. Come on, let's explore your past life and see what it's got to do with this current growth you're trying to do. Let's get into it. Let's do a line and shine for 30 days. Let's get you aligned now. Let's get you aligned so that you have your direct connection to source now. Because spiritual teachers like me, as I told y'all, spiritual teachers and gurus, we about to exit stage left. Let's get you together. You got to shift. Go into what's not comfortable for you to move and push you through. I'm so proud of a lot of people that I'm seeing now, former students I've had and clients on social media doing the thing. Doing it now, sharing informations, insights, guidance. Come on, they out there now. They ain't scared because now you're in it. You're on that new collapse timeline. Remember, y'all, what is a collapse timeline? You are now acting, being, performing, and moving as if you are your future self, the self you want to be. You're in it. You're not wishing. You're not hoping. You're not writing it down on a vision board. You're walking in it. Every decision you make, you go, what would the future me or the higher version that I'm seeking me do in this situation? Oh, it would do this. Well, let me do it. That's where your energy, your mind, and your frequency are now. A lot of people are removing the word becoming. They say, we ain't becoming nothing. We done passed becoming. We are. But I still say becoming because it's still not 100% comfortable for all of us yet. So until it gets 100% comfortable and we're fully integrated in it, it's like we're still being immersed and merging into it. So I still use becoming very gently. Very gently. Yeah. Let's see. Over here on TikTok, they said old timelines. I did coaching and videos. Now I'm in my writing bag. Come on with it. I love that. I love that. You are now writing. Now you know you don't collapse the timeline because you're doing something different than what you did before. You're integrating into an area that gives you joy, delight, and contentment, but it's not what you were doing before. You stepped into your future self. I love that. I love that. Let's see. Robin says we got to constantly shift. You must. You can stay stagnant. Nobody says you have to shift. You don't, but it's going to get and feel uncomfortable. Thank you again, TikTok. It's going to feel really, really uncomfortable if you're not shifting. Now, remember, y'all, some beings are not in this. We talked last week about the transition earth and the new earth, okay? Some beings ain't moving in this new earth. They have no insight or awareness into what I'm talking about right now. We know this. We feel this, we see this, we're able to identify this. But what I want you guys to make sure, for those of you who are in awareness of the new earth, make sure you're not just in an awareness of it, but doing the things of the old earth. Because that's what where a lot of people are at this point. They're aware, of the new earth and what it brings and what it consists of, and they listening to the information, so they feel like, well, if I'm listening to it, I must be in it, or I wouldn't have, you know, been aligned with the getting the information. Well, you can get it, but until you step in it, it's still not integrated. That's the key, y'all. Integrated. It ain't about you being drawn to the information. That's what it was on the old timeline. Like, oh, I was drawn to it. Or, oh, you know how they do on the videos? If you were brought to this video, then this means that blah, blah, blah. That was our old timeline, baby. We knew we were drawn to where we were supposed to be, or we were guided to what aligned with us in that moment. So we knew that, but it's more now than just being aligned with getting the information. Now you got to integrate it. You got to integrate it. And many people know it, but they ain't doing it. Not doing it. I encourage you all to get uncomfortable right now. Get uncomfortable now so you feel comfortable and aligned later. See, you're looking to be aligned now. Let me back up, because many of us judge alignment by what feels good. It feels right, makes us feel at peace. So we must be aligned with it. Absolutely. That is the outcome. That is what it feels like. But the step you take to get to that point may be the most uncomfortable step you've ever taken. The most uncomfortable. It may be that one thing that needs to be completed to activate what is required to complete that alignment. But it's somewhat uncomfortable. See, Dr. Dawn, before she started doing what she was doing, becoming an intuitive guide and, giving people messages and doing all that, I was in grocery stores giving people messages, out in public, giving family members messages. Most uncomfortable thing I ever did. I was like, woo, child, wait a minute. No, no, no. But I had to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. You see? So it takes that sometimes. Well, not sometimes. It usually takes that all the time. It takes for you to be uncomfortable for a second so that you can get into that new activation and to trigger the momentum to move you into that next step, that next phase. Ilium says, I used to do what you do, but now I've already exited stage right. I'm completely isolated now. I hear you. I hear you. Because that's ultimately, I don't want to spoil it for some people, but that's ultimately where we're going. You're going to get to just being. You ain't going to be teaching, healing, sharing, whatever we doing. You ain't going to be doing nothing. You're just going to just be. That's why we say we coming to the end of the spiritual teachers, gurus, and so forth and so. We're coming to the end of that. We're winding down from it. All right, let's see what y'all got to say now. Because I done looked at the clock. It's 8:58. Let's see what we doing here. Complacency is not my friend. Good. So get moving. Let's get moving. We got to constantly shift. Yes, 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 yes. What y'all say over here on TikTok? I love when y'all say this is good. Y'all don't be trying to pump on my ego. I always trust that whoever needs to hear this information will get it. That's why I say, Dr. Dawn, don't worry that she ain't never had 1,000 views on the video. I don't care about that, because the people who need to see it will view it, and that's what is required at this time. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? We're starting into it now. Now, before we get into, we're moving towards, some new things. But before we get to, what's coming, in February, I want to make sure everybody knows where we are when we're closing out this year of the snake. We're going to be closing out. It's starting tonight, baby, with Neptune and Aries coming on through. We're going to get into it today and tomorrow. We're going to get into these dreams, but now our dreams are going to be utilized very differently. Are y'all noticing a pattern here as we move time across timelines and shift frequencies? Some of the actions, or most of the actions that we've done in other timelines, we're still doing the same things, but now it is like embedded now with more insight, more information, more integration, stuff that you say, well, they could just told us this in the beginning. No, you couldn't. You had to like work. I told y'all, it's levels to it. It's levels to it. And so as we're good, I love that. We are evolving. As we evolve, the things that we do now are now evolving in terms of meaning, relevance, and execution. I love it. I love how we're going on this journey together. I hope one day there's a soul in their awakening that starts through my videos from the beginning all the way to wherever the end is, and to go on through it, the whole thing, because that's what it is. That's what it is, an evolution. Let's see. Over here on YouTube says, I trust my in myself and who I am, that I work, surrender to, earn through the alignments I've shifted to. Thank you, God is truly you've finessed the last piece for my finished the last piece for my light code confirmation. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate that. I love how we are all synchronistically aligned and connected, and we are coming together at this time to get the information and guidance that we need so that we can move through this process. Let's see. Boss over here on TikTok. I used to look to others for insight from others, but now I have an inner knowing. I love it. I can discern false teachings from real authenticity. I love it. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. C Clone says, I'm seeing faces everywhere. Come on with it. Keep seeing them faces and keep asking, who are these faces? Understanding it all has been so worth it. Yeah, and we ain't nowhere near the end, baby. We be thinking we done made some headway progress. Then here comes something else. So we just keep going and flowing with it. That's why our nervous system had to calm down. Because see, the best is yet to come, honey. So we got to learn how to be calm and be connected and flow. That's where we are. We learning and we're tapping into it. Okay. If you are interested in connecting with me or learning more about what I offer now at this time, my services have been minimized in this moment, to where I'm not offering everything that I used to. My classes are now closed. Yay, they're closed. They start next month, but they're closed. So that's good. So none of those are available right now, but we have services that are designed for one on one for you guys. Please visit the website at discoveringyourinnerlight.com to find out more information about this. We currently have two things that I'm promoting right now. One of them is the Align and Shine program. It is 30 days. 30 days with Dr. Dawn. If you're ready to align and increase your ability to manifest and get on to that point of awareness where you feel connected, make sure when you sign up, you use the code ALIGN, all caps, ALIGN. Make sure you do that, because that promo is going to run until the end of January. And then I have the Soul Path and Spiritual Discovery session, where we go ahead and look into your past life things. We look at some things that are in your personal growth awareness right now that you are tapping into or may want to tap into to assist you in your spiritual growth and awareness, and kind of get you to where you are. Get you where you are. I mean, get you where you want to go. I'm sorry. Get you where you want to go. Again, up to you, up to you, up to you at this time. Okay. I enjoy you guys. I enjoy my Mystical Mondays. I feel as if they've always been interesting, but I feel like they're really getting good now, y'all. I feel like we are in the state of realization now. For the past couple of years, we've been moving and talking about this moment right now, like it's coming, it's coming, it's coming and coming. Remember? And it's like it's here. It actually is here. We crossed over to the timelines. We collapsed the timelines to get here. We did it. And y'all, I didn't stop. Y'all know how many times I was going to stop Mystical Monday. Y'all know that. But y'all kept me going. Y'all kept me on this in alignment and on path. And I appreciate that. I thank you all for that. I love you too. Thank you so much. I want you guys to make sure you like these videos, like them, follow me, subscribe if you don't do that. I love it. And y'all, thank you for what you call that over on YouTube? Somebody told me they was able to hype my video. You can hype the videos now over there on YouTube. Y'all hype my video if you can. I love that little function. Y'all doing it. And TikTok, y'all thank y'all for all these gifts over here, baby. Y'all gonna get me excited, honey. I'm gonna check them gifts. I'm gonna have about $5.50, but it's gonna be the best $5 ever, honey. I love it. I love it. Uh oh, okay. Oh, hey, Kristra. Hey. I love it. I love that Elliott family. Uh okay. I love y'all too. Look at all these I love yous. Y'all stop sending me all these I love yous. You say get some tea or some coffee. Baby, you know it, honey. I take all them $5 y'all be sending me. Oh. Let me thank the people. Y'all, I went to my P.O. box. Thank you, Susan, for the elderberry. I got to use it. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna taste it. Thank you, Connie, for the patches. I'm gonna try them, the energy patches. I'm gonna try that. And oh, thank you, Terrence, for the socks. Baby, you done sent Dr. Dawn some socks. You know I be flashing, but I'm gonna put them socks on. I try to keep my feet open so the air can flow, but I'm gonna put them socks on just because you sent them to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate the gifts, y'all. I wasn't expecting this. Went to my box after I don't know how long and saw them. I said, what the people done sent gifts. I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate it. Okay. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna get off of here tonight. I've been guided to, come on here just a little bit more, just a little bit. So I gotta see how to do that, y'all. I gotta see how and when to do that. So y'all just bear with me and stay with me. And y'all just keep evolving, keep evolving. If you're watching the replay, make sure you leave me some comments, questions. I love to answer y'all. And if you watching this over on TikTok, well, y'all like the shorts. When I put up them short clips, baby, that conversation in the comment section be good. So I appreciate y'all. And I look forward to continuing to be your guide while we here going through this evolution. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all next Monday. Until next time. Ta-ta.